Hopefully you're having a good evening. If not, then, you know, maybe I can make it better. Right now I'm having a miserable time with my brackets for the Stanley Cup playoffs. I freaking made them several times now. And it's already a miserable website to use because it's laggy as hell. And I went and made me a bracket, and I made Chloe a bracket. And like if I make my brackets, then it's fine, but when I make Chloe's bracket, it changes on my brackets to what Chloe's bracket is, which is pretty annoying. Holy shit, that lady scared the crap out of me. She's never been passive before like that. Here, 1 second, let me... Oh shit. I move. So the last stream I did was this. Literally like 5 seconds ago, or not literally 5 seconds ago, it's been several minutes. Issues with the internet all of a sudden. What's up, Drive-By? Welcome back, sir. It's good to see you. You're the first one in, actually. Since I, you know, did my streams last. There's the donation link. Here, let me get that set up. I had it all set up. It's been a kind of tense evening here. Internet won't work with me here, and then Elden Ring doesn't want to work with me. If Elden Ring stops working with me, then I'm gonna do Mass Effect again. Yes, Mr. Drive-By, you're the first in the whole weekend, and more, like 4 days, I guess, right? I haven't streamed in 4 days, maybe. But yeah, I'm pretty annoyed with the NHL bracket stuff. The Hurricanes won today, though, which is good. Hurricanes won, Bruins won. I don't know if you care about hockey at all. The hockey playoffs are active, though, and they're pretty awesome. All these guys are just chilling. I've never seen this part, where all these guys are just chilling while the misbegotten are like hacking away at people. Shit. I got completely stun locked there. Speaking of stun locked, let's... Shit. I forgot about the reach that attack has. Nice. Why would it lock onto the guy all the way behind him? Alright. Be sure to like the stream if you haven't. Hurricane siren sounds loud as fuck. Yeah, Hurricanes games are very, very loud. The fans go crazy. It's a fun experience. And then when they do the storm surge at the end, I hate it when they don't show it on the TV because it's like a Hurricanes thing. But a bunch of Canadian broadcasters hate the Hurricanes for it. They're like, it's unsportsmanlike and it doesn't belong in the sport. But it's like the Hurricanes, their celebration is a storm surge, and sometimes they'll do silly antics or something, or other times they'll just, you know, clap their hands with the fans, kind of in unison, and like do like a slow clap and quickly get faster as they go. I'm having all kinds of issues today. Welcome in, Mr. Brenner. It's good to see you, sir. The internet, the Fire Giant, and the NHL fantasy kind of stuff is all after me tonight, it seems. Shit, shit. Excellent. I remember that attack being a bit more horizontal, but what do I know? It kind of breaks my heart not doing Millicent's questline. But also, Millicent's questline breaks my heart. Oh yeah, these guys are weak to sleep, right? Brenner might be able to join. Cool. Nice. Let's not get too crazy here. How are the cars? Cars were cool. I actually made $100. I'll get into that. There we go. The car thing was cool. I didn't get to walk around as much as I wanted to. I didn't really get to do much of what I wanted to do this weekend, actually. And that's a whole other frustrating thing. I'll get into it. Where's all my people? I know, where are all my people? Drive by. You're right. Psh. Hi, Austin. Austin, you should go to bed. Or I'll make Drive-By or Brenner a mod so they can mute you so you are forced to go to bed. If you have final exams, you gotta go to sleep, sir. Also, it's way too late for you to be up, man. With the car show, let's see, I'm trying to remember. Okay, so the first day I was driving over, it was... My plan was to drive through the Smokies to get to Pigeon Forge. And that was the way I was heading. And I had it punched into Google Maps and everything. So I figured that was going to be fine. And I was just kind of focused on driving for a little stretch through Asheville, where traffic was a little more crazy and people drive a little nuts because Asheville sucks and all that stuff. And once I got through that part, it was kind of like once you get through that section, you get to several points where it's basically too late to turn around once you get past Asheville. Like once you get past that point, if you've gone the wrong way, you're basically stuck. Unless you want to add another, like, 30 minutes to an hour to your drive. So I ended up realizing how I was off the route once I realized that the gas station I was looking for wasn't there. Oh, goodness gracious. With the gas station that I was looking for, I was hoping to get gas there and, you know, get some snacks, because it's a fairly nice gas station. And I ended up, like, really spending a long time low on gas. And I was just pissed off, because I was missing the sunset with the Smokies, and it was raining in the Smokies, which is the whole reason I picked that route, because when it rains there, big pools of steam form in the valleys of the Smokies. So I'd get to like the high point at I think it's, what is it? It's like Newfound Gap or something like that. And hang on one second. I ended up going all the way to Hot Springs, which is a town that I did not really plan on going to. Nothing against Hot Springs. I was just like, damn it, when I had to go there. 1 second. Oh yeah, you like my my stuff? And also drive by mute Austin anytime he shows up tonight. When I got to Hot Springs, it was like I was like, damn it, man. I was almost out of gas, and I saw one gas station, but it looked old and kind of abandoned, so I didn't go there, and I really regretted that, because I spent the rest of that drive after I got up a portion of the mountain going downhill and just coasting, and some of it on neutral to save cast because I was that low. It took probably an hour before I saw another gas station. It was pretty crazy and annoying because I was like missing the photos I had planned to get and all that. And it would have been sick having the sunset with the fog in the mountains on the Smokies, because the Smokies just, you know, they're called the Smokies for a reason, because of the fog from the rain and all the steam that comes up. And it was just terrible, really sucky. And I was in a bad mood, but I also got to see my father and all that and hang out with him. He bought me dinner, and that was a nice experience. I got to hang out with him, which is cool. And then the next day, I woke up to my dad's alarm, which is my plan, at 7 in the morning. And then my plan was to go to the Smokies in the morning when the fog would still be there from the rain before, the night before. And then I could catch the sunrise with the fog instead, which would still be cool. Because the North Carolina side, which is where the sunrise would be, you know, the light would be illuminating. North Carolina side is incredibly beautiful. Anyway, I got to the car show, and it was bittersweet. So the car show, I spent probably an hour walking up and down this one side, and then my plan was to go one side up to a certain arcade from a certain shopping mall, and then go to the other side of the highway. And the other side is where the nice, like the buildings I really wanted to have as backdrops to these cars in my photos be. But you know, the first like 2 buildings I passed, somebody already stopped me to get an interview, and I was like, awesome, like this is gonna be great. People are already stopping me to get interviews, like for a video or something, and he tells me like why he's there, you know, how old his car is, and that kind of thing. That's all the information I want. And then on my way back, hoping to get to the other side of the road to get some good photos, I had already spotted some nice cars. Someone stops me asking if I'm making videos for people, and I was like, nah, but I can make a video for you. And he was like, I'll pay you. And I was like, you don't have to pay me, but he insisted on paying me, so I was like, alright, cool. I made the video. You can explain that drive-by. I made the video for the guy. It's like literally 1 minute long. I made it in the format of YouTube Short, and you know, it took skill to do it because, you know, doing a full tour of a car and making it look really good visually in a short amount of time is, you know, that takes know-how that fortunately I had, because I'd done camera work for a while. And the guy was happy, and he paid me $100, which was pretty awesome, you know, making $100. But the thing is it took me an hour to get the stuff on my phone that I needed to share it with him, and it took another hour for me to just get the stuff to him, because it just, you know, I wasn't prepared for that. So I ended up spending the 3 hours that I was planning on being there mostly just working with the one guy. But, you know, one hand I made $100, You know, I literally, there's no reason I can complain about that. Like, I'm not complaining about that at all. But on the other hand, I also didn't get the photos I wanted of the cars I was looking for and the buildings I wanted to have as backgrounds for cars. And then the next day, I kind of pretty much had to play catch up. But, you know, I also got to celebrate my dad's birthday and stuff, which, you know, it was nice. Nothing wrong at all. But it was fun. And kind of, like, I didn't get to do what I wanted to do, but I'm glad I went because I got to still do cool stuff and have fun with family. And then the next day I did some cool hikes to try and make up for the stuff that I missed out on. I didn't get to do everything I wanted to do, but I got to do quite a bit. Had some cool experiences. You know, and that was fun. I explored the Smokies a bit. You know, the theme of it was I didn't get to do as much as I wanted to do. Same thing with the sun. The last day I was there, I spent an hour watching a black bear in the Smokies. Or not. Yeah, probably an hour. I was in Cades Cove. Some horses walked right up to me. I got pictures of them, but you know, they're not necessarily tamed horses that want to be pets. So like when they walked up to me, I kind of backed off, and you know, I was like, no, keep your distance, because I don't want to get bit by a horse, because they'll fuck you up. I was trying to grab my camera, which I thought was cool and stuff. It was cool, but also I was like, alright, this is an animal, I need to keep my distance. And then some people in a car behind me went and started petting the horse right in the fucking face. And I was like, hey, lady, these are horses that are gonna bite you. They might kick you too, and if they kick you, you're done for. You know, they're strong animals. They're gonna mess you up. Oh, where can you help? Brenner, what do you think about either doing the sewers or doing the fire giant? Because I would like to do both. Fire giant's more pressing because I want to get to, you know, the big tornadoes in the sky. Jesse James says horses aren't that bad. They're not that bad if they're tamed. Horses that aren't tamed will genuinely fuck you up. Like, if they don't want to be around people, and if they're not, like, used to being approached and stuff, it's not the same as horses that people keep as, you know, animals that they ride and pet and all that stuff. Like, if a horse decides that it's gonna kick you, that can kill you. Yeah, you still ride bulls? Yeah. So you know what I'm talking about. Like just walking up to a horse that's, you know, wild and touching its face isn't a good idea. As much as it's not a good idea to touch any animal on the face that you don't know. What the fuck just happened there? Is that a normal thing that those snowmen do? Oh, you're looking at Conan? You're looking at Jesse's channel? Okay, I was like, what are you talking about, Conan? But yeah, you know, I spent some time getting the photos of those horses, and the clouds were making bright patches on the mountains, and it was just beautiful, perfect photos in Cades Cove. I saw some river otters. I didn't get photos of those. I saw 2 black bears. One black bear was hiding in a tree, taking a nap, and then I went down on the ground and went behind some shrubs, and at that point I couldn't get photos of it. So I kind of stood there watching for a little bit, but it was just moving around and I couldn't get a good picture of it. And then I was driving and I saw another one. It was eye level. The black bear was literally eye level. Yeah. Oh shit, man. This guy's fucking me up. It was on the mountainside across this river from where the road was. So it was basically like right in front of me. But it wasn't in a spot where there was any pull-offs, because it was like rock face to my right, drop off to the river on my left. It was a stretch like that. And it was too late for me to stop. Like, I couldn't stop and go turn around or anything like that. Had I stopped a little sooner, I would have gotten a sick picture of a black bear literally right in front of me, but right in front of me in a way that it wasn't close enough to attack, and I'll explain that. The fact that if it wanted to approach me, it would have had to run down the mountain, cross the river, and then run up a cliff, which a black bear can totally do, and do in a shocking amount of time, but I would have had time to get back to my car, you know? So, like, I wouldn't have done any stupid touristy moves. I would have stayed in my car, really, and just rolled down the window, zoomed in with it at eye level, and then kept driving. I wasn't going to disturb the animal or anything like that. Like, I wasn't going to approach it or anything. It would have been sufficient distance, like 50 yards from me, you know, and I wasn't making any dumb smooth brain moves. But then the rest of the drive was beautiful. Smokies are a fun drive to drive through, and they're beautiful mountains to go through. And you always see beautiful cars when you're there. And then I drove from Cherokee, which is on the North Carolina side, at the end of the Smoky Mountains, you know, main highway part. Then I went from there to Bryson City to this area called the Road to Nowhere, which is a very interesting spot. The Road to Nowhere is... the short synopsis is government agencies flooded a road to build a lake to supply power to the whole area. But that highway connected families to their cemeteries. So government promised to build a road through the mountains to get to the cemeteries on a different path. However, they stopped doing it, and then didn't pay off the settlement so they stopped building it in 1944, and then nobody got a settlement till 2018. That's how long they fought for it. And the settlement money ended up going to the county anyway. So, like, the government basically paid themselves the settlement money. And the families never got the finished road to the grave sites. They still have to take a pontoon to get to the graveyard where they lay their families to rest. You used to live in NC, really, Jesse James? Which part? And also, I'm reading your comments, but I'm finishing my story about the weekend, you know. I ran into some teenagers, and it was cool. You know, that spot was cool because it, you know, it's got that story going on, and it's a unfulfilled promise. And then it's up the road from a high school, so the abandoned tunnel and road associated with it have been kind of covered in graffiti, and it's their spot to hang out now, you know. And I think that's kind of cool that it's, despite it having that one story, it's got a new life of its own that people, you know, because it's abandoned, people go there to hang out, you know. It's their kind of cool spot. And when I ran into the people that hang out there, they told me some ghost stories. They didn't even know the history of the road or why it was built or any of that stuff. When I told them that, they thought it was really cool, and they told me some ghost stories about the tunnel and like haunted stuff. And I thought that was neat too. Oh, you grew up in Fayetteville. Damn, Vietnam. I worked with some guys from Fayetteville. I drove through there once on my way to Wilmington. But yeah, I did a job where I worked in Gastonia, and the other people working the job were from Fayetteville, because, you know, for most parts of NC, Gastonia is kind of like a rough area, but compared to Fayetteville, it's like, you know, that's a step up. Yeah, I just kept driving. The thing with Fayetteville, if any of you guys aren't familiar, like, literally someone dies every other day in Fayetteville. It's a fucked up area. Very dismal. You can feel it when you just drive through. Yeah, I love the state of North Carolina. And you know, I still go to Fayetteville if I need to. Like, I'll go to the Sand Hills area. I don't let that stop me, but you know, there's not really a reason to go to Fayetteville. It's kind of one of the reasons why it's, you know, not a big deal anymore. It blew up, and then there's no reason to go there anymore. How far am I from Georgia? Probably 3 hours. Probably, let's see. I think it might be a 4 or 5 hour drive to Atlanta. If you're talking about like North Georgia, like the mountains of Georgia, probably 3.5 hours. If I were to take any route that I typically take. Your buddy you play Rocket League with lives in Georgia, really? Which part of Georgia? The mountains? Okay. I've wanted to check out the mountains of Georgia. That's where they filmed Deliverance. But I don't want anything that happened in Deliverance to happen to me. That's not really where I want to go. But hey man, I do know how to play banjo, so yeah, I'm not gonna I don't want to squeal like a pig. There was a joke someone made about Deliverance where it was like, oddly enough, after Deliverance came out, there was an influx of single male tourists coming into North Georgia. It's like, I wonder why single male tourists are coming into North Georgia. There you go. Come on, give me the souls. No, me and Chloe don't live together, no sir. No, she lives like an hour away from me. Yes, sir. Damn, it actually takes a solid chunk out of my health. I feel like this move's more of a finisher. Is it heading that way? Who knows? It all depends. I mean, if I watch football, I do root for the Panthers. I'm from the Charlotte area, Jesse James. Charlotte area is my home. I've been watching the Hurricanes a lot. Though, you know, I have a brother who lives in Raleigh. And I go to the Hurricanes games a lot. And, you know, I love hockey, so of course the Hurricanes are who I root for. I always wear Hurricanes hats. Yeah, it is a hell of a season. Damn straight. We just beat the Islanders in first game of round 1. 1 down, 3 to go. Yeah, Raleigh is nice. It's only going to get more expensive. You live Asheville? I fucking hate Asheville. You know, I love the mountains, but I hate Asheville. That whole, like, keep Asheville weird thing is just, like, keep Asheville, like, completely rude and smug as fuck. Like, when it comes to the Asheville area, though, like, the towns around Asheville, people are very friendly. It's just, like, in Asheville, it's, like, all hipsters and... stuff. Like, I love Waynesville quite a bit. I like, you know, Blue Ridge Parkway. I love Transylvania County. It's just a beautiful county. I can't stand hipsters, though, Jesse James. It's one of the reasons I don't really go down to Charlotte very often. Even though, like, I love Charlotte and I'm from the area. You know, whenever I go to Charlotte to hang out, I usually, like, somehow along the way, I end up in some hipster joint that just ruins my day. That's why you live in Arizona now? You used to go out there and go to Raleigh to party when you were at Bragg. Okay, so you were at Fort Bragg. Were you there in the military, or were you, like, what's your family in the military? Mr. Drive-By, a little North Carolina trivia for you. The largest military base in the world is in North Carolina, that we know of. But yeah, Mr. Brenner, would you mind coming in here? Oh, you're in the 82nd. That's airborne, right? Alright, come in, Brenner. That's cool. What drew you to Arizona, though? Come on. Oh yeah, the password's mum. Brenner, I don't know if you got that. It was red, and you live in a small cowboy town that has a lot of rodeos, so figure why not. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, North Carolina is red, but it's got its purple areas. Especially, you know, Fayetteville's not very red. Though the areas around Fayetteville are very red. Asheville is not red. Asheville sucks. It's kind of the reason Asheville sucks. And the area around it's pretty cool. Even the areas that are really run down in the mountains, you don't feel like unsafe. At least in the North Carolina side. In Tennessee, if you end up in a rundown area, you're gonna get fucked up. Yeah, dude, that's true. Nobody can vote in Vietnam. That's true. Oh, dude, I hate... Are you on... If you're watching on your phone, is it doing the stupid emoji thing? Oh my god. But yeah, I mean, it's probably true that... I mean, honestly, like, Jesse James is probably completely correct. Like... The crime rate in Fayetteville is very high, and it's probably so high that it only drops because the amount of people that are locked up at a time. There's like too many people locked up for the crime rate to even get higher. Yeah, Mum. I had a friend who was a Marine, and he got, he did his duty, he did some stuff, like, he would tell me stories, but he was like, he like couldn't tell me exactly where he was, because, I won't say any details, but he also did, the poacher wars in Africa for a little bit, which is like something he was kind of worried about doing, dealing with poachers in Africa. But he was like, it's just work. You're tired, Brenner? Are you coming in? But like he did stuff, he fought, and he got dishonorably discharged because he didn't want to get the COVID shot, which kind of annoyed me more than it annoyed him. Because to him, he was like, well, I'm done with that job anyway. I'm going to college now. Like, he kind of took it casually, but to me, it was kind of... like, I got real peeved with it. Yeah, I am tired, Mr. Brenner. Yeah, I agree, Jesse James. Fuck that. Fortunately, a lot of people are working to overturn the dishonorable discharge things, because he got dishonorably discharged with 1 month left of his service. You had to leave NASA because of that crap? It's kind of funny. My girlfriend's grandfather worked for NASA. He developed the ceramic tiles that were on the bottom of the space shuttle. But yeah, I really would not work for the government. Like, there's times where I almost got like national park jobs. What my dream growing up was to be in the military. I wanted to be a Marine, but they told me that I wouldn't be cut out for a desk job because I have Crohn's disease. And I'm kind of glad I didn't, because it wouldn't have been a good fit for me. I don't like being told what to do, and at the time it was like, I feel like pretty much everybody has that story. It was like the recruiter didn't tell them what it was, and after I've heard all those stories and kind of grew up from being a teenager, it was like, yeah, that's probably best I didn't do that. I respect military people. I have a lot of friends who are military, but I'm glad I didn't, because it wouldn't have been for me. Yeah, they do not tell you shit. Dude was gonna talk me into being recon too. Someone else summoned you, Brenner. Damn. Yeah, I couldn't. I don't do well when people tell me to do stuff. Tell me what to do. And it's like, you think that'd be question number one. It's like, how do you do when people people are authoritative over you? It's like I shut down and get mad. I'm sure they would have beat that out of me, but it's like, I'm kind of glad I wouldn't want that beat out of me. I like that trait about me. I kind of like that I don't listen to people. But I mean, it's not like most people I know in the military are like that. Yeah, Drive-By is Italian. He has some pretty interesting views. Things I would honestly would have never expected to hear from an Italian, but I guess he has a thing or two to teach me about Italians, maybe. Would you say that your viewpoint is the majority, the minority, or would you say that it's regional? You're from Toronto? Oh, I thought you were in Italy. Maybe that's someone else. Someone else was saying... Someone else was talking about how they're from Italy. Shit. Drive-By's from Canada. Who was it that's from Italy? Yeah, it's not Drive-By. How the fuck did I forget this? I usually am so good at keeping track of people. Was it you, Brenner? Somebody. I know, silly boy. I didn't realize I had a filthy Maple Leafs fan in my viewers. Drive-by, I was talking about how I don't know if you like hockey. I would have like gone all out, buddy. Still think the Lightning are gonna win. The sign's down. Where is it? Here, fuck, it's my fault. I'm sorry, Brenner. He's a filthy Maple Leafs fan, yeah. Ranged mum. I take it that's Brenner. I'm so sorry, Mr. Brenner. Are you an Oilers fan, perhaps? Drive by. A rogue Oilers fan in Toronto. This channel, the only Canadian team this channel supports are the Oilers, because Cleasy. I was spending all this time like waiting for Brenner to show up, and then it's on me. I didn't even do the finger remedy. I like your outfit, by the way. They're fashion souls, I should say. But back to what Jesse James was saying about the recruiters telling you nothing when you go in. I imagine like they recruited you to the airborne, and then when you get there, they tell you about how you have to jump out of airplanes and stuff, and you go, "Wait a second, I'm jumping out of what?" I just imagine that in my head. I'm sure there's been someone like that, because there's some pretty funny stories I've heard about some of the people that my friends have been in training camp with. You had to go airborne, no choice? How is that? Did they put you in or something? Or is it just like you had a penchant for that? You failed the normal colorblind test. That puts you in the airborne? Oh, okay. Airborne has a different colorblind test. That's pretty neat. It's like they go, okay, so this corner, when you're folding your parachute, you match this color with this color, otherwise it's gonna get tangled. Last time you really followed a team, it was the Sabres long ago. Well, you know, this year was a good year to follow the Sabres. I think next year is going to be a very good year to follow the Sabres. They're on a comeback. A red light and a green light. Well, there actually is colorblind, a form of colorblindness where you can't differentiate red and green. You'd have to be pretty fucked up, though. Shit. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get one shot, aren't I? What the fuck did you have you never seen the fire giant before, Mr. Dreadnought? Fuck man, drive-by, I think I'd be completely mixed up with another viewer this whole time. Because in my mind, you were the Italian viewer that loves Elden Ring. And I'm realizing that you're the Canadian viewer who likes Rocket League. Shit, drive-by, I'm sorry. There we go. I'm very tired. I've had a long trip. I've had a long day. I owe Drive-By a refund. He's so metal. That's a good quote, Mr. Drive-By. It is almost racist sounding. I mean, isn't everything if you're Canadian, right? They got those laws. You know, you're ranged buff, Renner, and I haven't seen you do a single ranged attack. It took forever, yeah, dude. It's taken me forever, this save. I've had saves where I did them quick, and I've had saves where I took several streams. Shit. Woo! Those Hadouken things go way faster than I remember. Alright, let's try to sleep him. Probably not gonna happen, but I'm gonna try it. If he does his fucking monkey roll. That roll reminds me of like Donkey Kong or Big Chungus. There we go. Put sleep ointment on his nuts. That should do the trick. Oh! Drink. Slurp. I need that red slushy. Oh! You need to heal up, mister. This guy needs to fucking stay still. Putting some melatonin on his feet. No, you can't climb the fire giant, unfortunately. You know, FromSoft said they were gonna do more things with big enemies when they were announcing this game and talking about its features and stuff. And I was fully expecting, you know, with them saying they're doing things with large enemies, I was expecting a Shadow of the Colossus type thing going on. Let's go, shit. Are we gonna get that kind of stuff? And it turned out no. But then it would just be Dragon's Dogma, wouldn't it? Yeah, the face on his chest, actually, it's funny that you point that out. That actually is just like another thing from Dragon's Dogma. Except the enemy with the face on his chest in Dragon's Dogma is an enemy that you can climb. Damn it. I'm doing nothing to this guy. We're switching back to bleed. We're gonna need some bleed stuff put in on him if you don't mind, Mr. Range Monk. He's over there looking like Tingle. They're targeting me? No, they're not targeting me. Ah, why? I guess I need magic to have blood. Oh, and we lost Brenner. I'm doing no damage to this guy. Who would have guessed I'd be getting carried this whole time? I think I'm safe actually from here. I guess we'll find out, huh? Who would have thought that the monster's crotch was the safe zone? Oh no, I got killed. Oh, there's Austin. Hey, drive by. Shit, man. Good on you, Mr. Drive-By. I couldn't get unemployment when I was unemployed. Which sucked, because I was super unemployed, man. Damn it. Buddy, drive by, if I knew, I'd tell you. Thing is, though, like, when my family was, like, back in high school, I've never been able to get any sort of support from government stuff. Back when I was in high school, my family was about to go homeless, and they took away my free lunches and made me start paying for lunch when we couldn't afford it, because they were accounting all of my siblings' income as my family income. My adult siblings who were not, like, not even making that much money. Like, one of them was in college, and he was just having a side job, and they were including his income. Like, he was just supporting himself. And then, after that, we went homeless, and we couldn't get food stamps or any sort of assistance then. And, we had to figure it out on our own. And then, you know, I've been unemployed a few times in my adult life, and while actively employing to jobs, because I don't like taking handouts like that, they wouldn't give me unemployment. Sounds like some NC crap. See, I don't know if it's a North Carolina thing or if it's a federal government thing, because I'm pretty sure that those systems are federal government, right? Like the free lunches and stuff. It could be North Carolina though. But the thing is, too, is like I know people who've been in less dire situations and gotten their support. I've known someone who was employed, but they were working few enough hours to also qualify for unemployment. And what sucks most about it is, you know, I pay my taxes. It's always the Fed. Yeah, man. But, you know, I survived. Got by. And then this year, like, it's ridiculous. I've never made more than $20,000 in a year. And they still find shit to tax me on. Like, just one of the jobs I worked last year had a return owed to me of like $900 or so, but after doing all my other taxes, my whole return ended up being like $200. It's like I didn't make that much money last year. I made less than the taxable amount, and they still found shit to tax me on. So I don't know if Drive-By knows this, but if you're less than, you make less than $20,000, you don't have to pay income tax. But because during portions of that time where I couldn't find a job, I was self-employed, I had to pay taxes on employing myself and running a business with that. And also because they changed the way crypto was taxed, and crypto that I bought while employed the previous year, and stocks that I had to like just moved around. Like I didn't make money off of the stocks either, like selling them. I lost money because of the stock market downturn, and I sold to move it from companies that I thought were gonna, you know, collapse to companies that I thought weren't gonna collapse, which turned out to be the right move. Some of them did collapse, and some of them, the ones I moved money into, didn't collapse, and some are doing all right now. But like because I sold those stocks, they taxed me on that too, and it's like, come on, man. You used to pay 3 to 4K a month in taxes. Dude, I've never made 3 to 4K a month. Crypto NFTs, you know, after that. Yeah, see, I only mess with like 3 of them, and I don't do it like gambling. I don't buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell. I could put it into some, because I would like to see currency become decentralized someday. And there I go. I'm sorry, Mr. Brenner. That was my fault. You're just waiting on the damn SEC to let go of XRP. What's XRP? I'm very smooth-brained right now, so even if I know, I can't access that part of my brain right now, unfortunately. I'm very sleepy. How many times do I gotta kill this fucking... Hey, man. How many times it takes... Oh, crypto? Oh, okay. See, I just like Bitcoin, first in, best dressed kind of thing, you know. I like, this isn't financial advice. I like Cardano. It's another one that could be, it's actually a good, efficient, you know, transaction coin. And then, XNO is another one I got. And then I put like $50 into Terra Classic when it went to like, when it dropped from like $100 all the way down to like 0.0000001 cent. I put $50 in then because I was like, you know, if anybody somehow manages to revitalize this, then that's going to be like a couple $1 million right there. Which is not going to happen, but I had $50 at the time. I was like, hey, why not? Cardano and XRP. Yeah, a lot of people who have crypto put a lot of faith in Cardano. It's a decent one, in my opinion. Imagine if I was in on that before the rise. Yeah. Prime Mom, how I been? I've been good. Good and bad. I've had a mixed bag, like, daily these past few days. It's been a roller coaster of happiness and disappointment. So you gotta mute Brenner. Thank you, and just drive by. But don't mute Brenner, mute Austin. Oh, I went into this earlier in the stream, Vasco. I don't want anybody to have to re-listen to that if they're watching after the stream's up. But you know, I went on a trip, got to do stuff that I didn't get to do stuff I wanted to do, but I had a good time. I got to do some cool stuff anyway, and also make a few bucks here. And then what else did I get to do? I worked, which was good, but I got sent home early, which I didn't want to happen because it got slow and they didn't need me anymore. So now you can go home. But then I got to watch the Hurricanes win their first round of playoffs. Or not the first round, their first game of the first round of playoffs. Which is good. Also, Chloe's being real sweet lately. So where's Mr. Jessica? Speaking of which. I'm glad to see Drive-By's enjoying the hiking channel. My hiking and photography stuff. Some coworkers were checking out my photos today, and they were like, it made me feel kind of proud at how much they were enjoying them. Austin says you better ban better than Jessica. Okay. It's disturbing me that I don't know which one of the viewers is Italian now. And that it's also disturbing that I drive by the Italian one and I was like, I don't know which one is fucking Italian. Uh-oh, Brenner was making the mistake I made last. There he goes. Oh shit, I lost 36,000 souls, huh? Those balls are having some problems. Imagine if I go near those and it does like a nuclear explosion. Oh, and Drive-By set an alarm for 300 seconds. Austin, go to bed, or I'm gonna end up having to ban you, because like I'm not gonna have you actually like watch the stream cause harm to yourself. Oh yeah, I can still ride my horse, actually. Ah, I can't believe I haven't procced bleed yet. Brenner has a present for me. Okay, okay. Yes, sir. Mr. Vasco, how you doing, buddy? Also, be sure to like the stream if you haven't. Also, I got some souvenirs for Chloe from my trip that I'm pretty happy about. I got a stuffed black bear animal. I got a mug because she loves drinking tea. And then I got a pack of playing cards with photos on each card. And I got that one more so for me because I wanted to just compare my photos to the photos on the card. Oh, you got something to parry the flame balls. It's possible to parry the flame balls? And you trust me to be able to parry the flame balls? Without dying billions of times? Here, we gotta wrap ourselves in aluminum foil here. You got me the Carrionite shield with Carrion Retaliation. Okay. Bunk. I see. But I don't have very high intelligence stats. Yeah, my intelligence is pretty poopy. So it's probably gonna, you know, so the weapon art scales with the associated stat. So because it's a magic weapon art, the Carrion Retaliation will scale with my intelligence. That's why that matters, by the way, for anybody that's listening. Let's roll. Oh yeah, and you can block the big avalanches inside you. Oh yeah, Blaster's Blade would be pretty good. I didn't even do that Carrion Manor at all. That wasn't fair, I saw his feet. Crashing. And then the shield hit. I was in the clear. Oh, you know what? You're going with Frost? Here, let me do something real quick. Since you're doing Frost. Oh shit, I'm fat rolling. I don't know how I survived that while I'm not looking. There we go. You fought this dude a few times using the bubble horns. Let's say it's not as easy or as fun as it sounds. I'm sorry, Mr. Jesse James. I'm gonna run. You guys get to look at my crotch. I don't even know why the camera's in that angle. Oh, that's a good combo. The jump L1 is a good one. Boy. Ah! Oh man. Survived that by the hairs of this guy's nutsack. Which, oddly enough, has a lot of hair. Oh! Damn it. on my last thread here, Mr. Brenner. It's getting good. This has got to be the one. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? We got you, Brenner. In case you didn't already know that. Ooh, we just missed that. What up, Pleasey? Welcome in. Ah! Also, Mr. Cleasy, what is it? Hurricanes won today, Bruins won today. I don't know what happened in the West, though. I don't know if the Wild won or if the Stars won, and I don't even know what the other game was. Tomorrow's got the Oilers lost. Okay. I had the Oilers beating the Kings in overtime. Okay, okay. Be sure to like the stream if you haven't. Oh yeah, hang on. I totally missed out on picking up Brenner. We really need a third person to get in here. We need a difference maker, I think. Did I pass it? Okay, it's over this way. Everyone liked, you checked. Also, Mr. Cleasy, Drive-By's Canadian. Do you know that? Yeah, where is Cheyenne? It's actually a reasonable hour for him. The rest of us are here at like midnight. You know, and he's over in India, you know, at the time that it's like prime time for him. Toronto, Mr. Cleasy. No, I'm nowhere near max level in any character, Mr. Jesse James. Mr. Cleasy's from Edmonton. Oh, my chest just hurt. Oof, it would suck. It would really suck to have a heart attack while fighting the fire giant. Like, how did he die? Well, he couldn't beat the fire giant. Whew. Ah. I didn't say go to bed, Cleasy. Oh, Cleasy, put something in the mum chat, mum suite for me. Also, Brenner, you need a heal. Dude, I cannot proc bleed on this guy. Aw, shit. Yes, sir. There's an upload from your mom's room. It's from last year, but it's a new upload. It's where I was this past weekend. It's a video of Rod Run from last year, during the fall. The one I was just at was a spring Rod Run, and I'll probably be back for the next fall Rod Run. Never occurred to me how profitable it can be. But yeah, Cleese, put 2 things in the mum soup, okay? I'll tell you when you're ready. Those explosions have killed me before, I gotta be careful. Oh. Damn it. So in the suite, I need to remember to send an invoice to the guy I made a video for at Rod Run. And then I need to remember to look into ways to speed up the workflow for what I did in Rod Run. Because this past weekend I got paid $100 by a guy to just make a quick 1-minute video of his car, you know, using my camera equipment. He saw me and just said, "Hey, can you help me with this?" And yeah, I did that for him, and he paid me $100. But the thing is, it took me 2 hours and other stuff, not making the video, just to get it to him and all that stuff. Yeah, the Fire Giant sucks. Mr. Drive-By. But yeah, if I could figure out like a quick workflow, then I could go to like car shows like Rod Run that happen all over the place around here and make bank. Because if I could get that to a workflow that's, you know, where I can get the video, you know, done and in the person's hands, I can make like $300 an hour, like minimum. Because what I did was like, the dude paid me $100 for when I was like, no, you don't have to pay me. Like if they were like, hey, how much? I could, you know, people charge like a lot of money for that kind of stuff. And because they're making a lot of money off of that stuff. You know, and the guys trading and selling custom cars and classic cars for like $20,000. You know, paying a dude a couple $100 to make a video. Just put it in the general chat for the suite. Try using Bloodhound Step. Yeah, that's another good one. Where'd Ranged Mum go? Oh, there he is. Try not to die this time, buddy. I don't want to die either. Let's this is a group effort here. Let's both try not to die here. Oh, you should get the winged sword insignia for your character, Brenner? Because that ice attack does multiple hits, and the winged sword insignia does the multiple hits buff on the character. Yeah, I'm also, you know, I could also make like an Instagram page for the car stuff. I already have a name for it, but I'm not going to say it out loud because I don't want them to steal it, right? Falls in line with all my other stuff being play on words, though. Oh, you got to play with Let Me Solo Her once. That was cool. That's cool, Jesse James. Yeah, Brenner's playing with me right now. Easy. Thanks, Ray. Bye. I really wanted to be in the Crumbling Rectum Azuli. Austin needs to go to sleep. He has his finals tomorrow and he's refusing to sleep and just staying in the stream. Also, it's an excuse to, you know, mute him. Rather than listen to Sun Tzu quotes and whatever else he's going to say, to just comment without having any contribution to the discussion, Mr. Austin. It's always an issue, buddy. Oh my gosh, that's going to be death to me. I hate that. Move. He's gonna spam that attack. That got Brenner killed. It'd be cool if I could jump on him from here. That's a tree stump, that's not important. It's hard to stay under his ass, Mr. Jesse James. Because he does that. I haven't procced bleed or frost on him. You'd think in this stage he'd be pretty weak to bleed. Man. Have a good night, Brenner. Oof. Jesse James says whenever he gets that thermal paste, he'll help out if he's available and we'll get him wrapped up. That's cool, Mr. Jesse James. Much appreciated. Alright, we're gonna pick up randoms. There. Oh, so what's the thermal paste for? And I'm gonna go pee real quick while these summon signs come in. They always take a second. Mr. Cleasy, I don't know if you've made the NHL playoff bracket thing yet, like the NHL playoff bracket challenge stuff, but that website is a fucking nightmare to use. I've been making my brackets like several times, and I wanted to have them done, but I guess they're not done, because I finished them, and then I finished them before the first game started, and then it's just not the way it decided to do that, which blows pretty hard. Hang on 1 second. Yeah, it doesn't have my other brackets. Man, it's so fucking annoying. Yeah, it's been pissing me off. It's a garbage website. I know, dude. Well, how the fuck did they mess it up? NHL like sucks at running stuff. But anyway, I had my bracket with, and it's probably a controversial one. It's, I had the Panthers beating the Bruins. I got Tampa Bay beating the Leafs. I got Hurricanes beating the Islanders, and I got the Devils beating the Rangers. And then for the other side, it's hard to do the West from the top of my head, because I still think Nashville's in, but I know they're not. I'm like, which one's Nashville in? And then I remember the Winnipeg Jets exist. Which is weird, because the Jets aren't a bad team, it's just I always forget they exist. I got Colorado beating Seattle, the Wild beating Dallas, Vegas beating Winnipeg, and the Oilers beating the Knights, or not the Knights, the Kings. And then I got Oilers beating the Knights, Wild beating the Avalanche. That one I would probably make Colorado, but whatever. I like that Wild over the Avalanche. You know, I think it actually is the Avalanche. I just can't see it. I think I did do Avalanche, but then I had the Oilers going to the finals. And then, you know, with Florida and Tampa Bay, I actually have Tampa Bay losing that one, Florida winning. and then Hurricanes beating the Devils, and then Hurricanes beating the Panthers, and then Hurricanes beating the Oilers in the finals. You haven't the Carolina Panthers? Oh, my sleep build weapon in real life is my banjo? I know. Dude. It's perfect. Perfection. I was gonna bring it to the Smokies with me and maybe make a video where I'm playing it. But then I didn't because I didn't want it to get stolen because I was in Pigeon Forge and everywhere around Pigeon Forge is like holler people and not the good kind. North Carolina side, a lot of the holler people are quite nice and friendly. But on Tennessee, holler people are bad news and they will fuck you up and dump your body in a cave somewhere and you'll just be reported missing. I know, you gotta have a banjo if you're from North Carolina. The whole style of playing banjo, that's the modern style of playing, was invented in North Carolina, you know. Scruggs style. This one is not in tune. Who cares? There's no better way to play a banjo than not in tune, right? You guys ready to hear some shit? I'm gonna shit right into your ears, guys, because I don't feel like moving my tuner over here. You've been working on clawhammer recently? Yeah, I like clawhammer. It's just it's so loud to do clawhammer all the time. Like, you can play Scruggs style kind of quietly. Damn, that is very, very out of tune. But yeah, the banjo I got, it's like $100. Cleese needs help, alright? No, my banjo did not get handed down to me. No, I bought it. My family's not from North Carolina. I've grown up in North Carolina, but my family's from New Jersey. Is Johnny Cash country? Yeah, he is. You got a gold tone? Yeah, I got a gold tone too. I got the composite one with the open back, but I also have a 6-string gold tone banjo in my closet. It's got a humbucker in it, which is kind of funny. I want to play it through a fuzz pedal. Yeah, you can get some of the gold tone. There's a gold tone 5-string banjo that you can get pretty cheap if you know where to look. Yeah, the composite one is really good. Like, a good expensive banjo is heavy as fuck. You can't go hiking with a banjo with like a metal resonator and all that stuff. Like some banjos, not like real banjos because it's still a real banjo, but the like banjos that most people have way more than my bass guitar. They're very heavy. Alright, I guess that nobody wants to get summoned around here. Let's see here. There's multiplayer locations around here. But the gold tone I have, you know, it's extremely light. I could go backpacking with this thing. Just strap it to the outside and I'd be good. Banjos can be as light or as heavy as you want to make them, because all you need is a drum head and strings to attach to it. I mean, $280 is not bad for an instrument. Musical instruments that are playable are typically like in the hundreds of dollars, you know. You're not gonna find one that's good and worth playing for less than $100 probably. Man, if it wasn't 2:44 in the morning, I'd switch over to Mass Effect right now. Just because, you know, it's like I've been trying to do the Fire Giant for so long. It's not happening tonight, is it? The shield's very delicious, Mr. Brenner. Thank you so much. Yeah, people play the spoons, Mr. Drive-By. People play the spoons around here. In the mountains. Yeah, I guess I'm not willing it to happen. Drive-By's gonna leave, and Austin's gonna end up showing back up. I don't have enough to use Radon armor. I'd be fat rolling all over the place. Oh, so Radon's armor is ugly. Jesse James. Uggo. Gross. Any other Ash of War needed? I would like, you know that Ash of War you get when you beat Moog, the bleed one that does several stabs and kind of heals you a bit? I would like to get that on the Golden or the Noble S-Stock. I agree with you there, Drive-By. He says, I bet you nobody has ever played spoons while drinking milk from a bag. Well, actually, no, because like the kind of culture around here and the kind of culture in Canada used to be kind of similar. At least in the Appalachians region. So they might have drank milk from a bag, who knows? But they might not have had bagged or bottled milk. At least carton milk. They would have had bottled milk because of the glass bottles back then, but they might not have had bagged milk in the areas that there was cultural similarities. Yes, blood tax, Brenner. Actually, you know what? I'd bet money that there's Appalachian people who will milk a cow and just plop that shit into like a grocery store bag and chug it. You got it? Thank you, Brenner. This is not New Game Plus. I do have a save in New Game Plus, but this one's not it. I have several saves. Straight from the other tastes like shit, no lie. I kind of want to try raw milk. Because that's like the stuff in butter, the stuff in cheese, and the stuff in cream, all mixed into that's got to be tasty. I mean, if you're suckling straight from the udder, I'm sure the udder is going to taste pretty bad, Jesse James. You know. Oh, warm? I couldn't do warm milk. I never understood that. People talk about, like, warm milk being something that they enjoy to try and go to sleep or something. They can miss me with that. Yeah, breast milk is pretty bad. I don't know if I've ever had it, because I don't have memories from the era of my life where that would have been relevant, but yeah, I just couldn't do it. Your family owns a dairy. Damn, Jesse James sounds like he's like set, but you know, let's go play some Mass Effect. It's a bad idea, but I'm gonna do it. This game's not working for some reason. I'll be RB.